You're watching BCTV, Branford's community access station.
This is BCTV, Branford Government Television, a service of Branford Community Television. The following program is brought to you through the support of the Town of Branford.
All right. Welcome. We'll call the Board of Selectmen's meeting for January 24th, 2018 to order. As you may notice, Selectman Ahern was unable to attend tonight. He had a conflict. However, he did review the agenda and took no exceptions with us holding the meeting tonight and moving forward with all the agenda items. Just thought that was important to note. Some of these items are time sensitive, and he recognized it was important to move ahead with the meeting. All right, item 1, to approve the Board of Selectmen's meeting of January 11th, 2018 special meeting as corrected by the clerk, and January 3rd, 2018, another special meeting as corrected by the clerk, December 14th, 2017 special meeting, and December 6th, 2017. I put those forward in the form of a motion. Do I have a second?
Recommend approval.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, item 2. I'll just stand up for this. On behalf of the town, I'd like to present a certificate of achievement. This will be presented to the 2017 Branford Youth Cheerleading in recognition for placing second at the Connecticut States Cheerleading Competition, placing third in New England Regionals, and placing 7th at the National American Youth Cheer Competition. These accomplishments are a testament to your hard work, dedication, and commitment to yourselves and each other. The entire town extends its very best wishes on these significant accomplishments and expresses its hope for continued success to all of you. Congratulations. I'd ask the coaches and why don't we have all the cheerleaders come on up. If you may, and I present this. Good, how you doing? Congratulations. Can we get a picture? Yeah.
Some people kneel in the front, some people stand in the back. Make it even, so move down.
No, you're not. We're in the middle. Guys, thank you. You guys are not in the middle. You guys are right here. Ready? I'm looking right here. Keep on smiling. Hold on.
There's so much giggle room.
Are we good? Jamie, on behalf of UYC, thank you for recognizing our squad.
Thank you so much.
This meant a lot to them. They appreciate it.
Okay. Item 3, we go to motion to go into executive session to discuss a proposal settlement in the Cozy versus Town of Branford pending lawsuit, and we'll ask Attorney Robin Callier to attend and Joyce Forty, HR. Okay, motion to go in. I put that for second. You second it?
I'll second.
Yeah, all right. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Okay, Jan?
Get a motion forward to go back into regular session?
Motion to go back to regular session.
Say. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're back in regular session. For the record, no votes were taken while in executive session. Item 4, to consider if appropriate, approve the proposed settlement in the Cozy versus Town of Branford pending lawsuit. I'll put forward a motion to accept the proposed settlement as discussed in the executive session with Attorney Caller.
Second that.
All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Favor, Joe?
Aye.
Yeah,
I'm
all right,
sorry.
thanks.
I'm reading
All
ahead
right.
of myself.
Item 5, to consider and if appropriate, approve a request, thank you to the attorneys and thanks you, Joyce. Item 5, to consider and approve a request from Gary Zelinski, Highway Supervisor, to waive the bid for the purchase of road salt and award the contract to Morton Salt in the amount of $62.85 per ton. Sherry, come up here. Basically, this is for our annual road salt, as you submitted a letter. I believe it's just over $7 less than last year's purchase price. $7.47 less per ton than last year. And this will get us through the season. And, all right, I mean, I know this is standard, this is the supplier we've used last year as well. I don't have any issue with this. I've discussed with Public Works. So I'll put this forward. Do we accept this bid at $62.85 per ton for the purchase of road salt? Second that?
Second that.
Any
Absolutely.
discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 6, to consider and if appropriate, approve the request from Gary Zelinski, Highway Supervisor, to waive the bid for the purchase of a 2016 John Deere 323 skid steer and award the contract to W.I. Clark Company in the amount of $39,995. Again, Gary submitted a letter. You want to just touch on the highlights of why the machine that you're going to purchase and the valuation?
Yeah. Looking for a multi-use function machine. And this seems to fit what we might need and keep some work in-house. And we've gone out and started looking at new machines and compared some new machines and everything. Then we actually came across this machine with some hours on it, and the feedback from all the guys, I had all the guys run it, and it's a comfortable machine. It was a well-maintained machine, so we'd like to buy that.
Have you guys seen this machine in another location operating?
We used it on site, on our site. We've demoed it.
That's, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no problem.
This is, I see in your letter, they had budgeted, the town had budgeted $45,000 towards the purchase of this type of machine. A new comparable one that cost $62,000.
Correct.
So, this is just for, I think you mentioned it was just, how many hours are on it?
Just under 600.
600 hours. So, still under warranty from your proposal for another year, or up to 2,000 hours. Certainly, I know this is a machine that you can use quite a bit, especially with the responsibility year-round. There's a lot of responsibility, even for the town to, for snow removal, not only on our properties, but sidewalks that but state property now is falling on our responsibility, and certainly maintenance throughout the year of other town properties. So I think this is a good purchase for the town and for the department. So I'll put that forward. We accept, approve the waiving of the bid and the purchase of this 323 track loader. Second?
Recommend approval.
Second? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Gary. All right. Item 6, to consider and if appropriate, 7, to review and discuss responses to the town's request for proposals for appraisal and revaluation services for all real property taxable and exempt, utilizing the Vision Government Solutions CAMA software system, and to determine in accordance with Section 75-3B of the Code of the Town of Branford, which proposal is the most beneficial to the town. With this, Town Assessor Barbara Neal. How are you?
I'm here tonight to present the outcome of the proposals for the revaluation of 2019. It's a full measure and list revaluation by statute. I'm here because of Ordinance 75-3, Section B. We posted the RFP November 1st of 2017 with a public bid opening on November 30th of 2017. Only one proposer was present at the bid opening. The bids were as follows. Municipal Valuation Services was $394,900, and Vision Government Solutions was $556,800. The difference was $161,900. Since the difference between both proposals was so broad, it was decided to meet with each proposer to discuss and clarify their responses. Usually, the proposal addresses all issues in the RFP. If requirements are not addressed in the proposer's response, then clarification was needed. The town attorney, James Prieto, and I met with the vendors and reviewed their proposals for clarification of all issues that were not addressed in the RFPs. Vision had the overall responses to the RFPs were as follows. Vision had an extremely comprehensive response to all levels, specifically regarding staffing, website, GIS, conversion to the new software, maintenance of prior grand list data, data collection, appraisal review, mailers, years of depth of experience in staffing as required per the RFP. Municipal Valuation had an overall good response to the RFP, but at the meeting we had to glean further clarification and exception for staffing, office coverage, data input, website coordination with field guards, GIS, and licensing. I would like to address the licensing issue. Upon review of the current licensing issue with Vision, it was not clear that another vendor will be able to modify the system to create or adjust neighborhoods. One of the basic reasons for revaluation is to adjust or create neighborhoods to reflect actual sales. The sales and neighborhoods are then are posted through the GIS system on assessor's maps for the public to refer to when reviewing their specific properties. That exercise is accomplished not just by data input, but by adjustments to underlying modeling and programming. Our Vision licensing agreement does not permit that unless approved by its originator. While it is not clear if this will create an issue overall, we do not want to be a test case or in the middle of a dispute over the license rights when in the midst of a revaluation. It is also noted that the licensing of the GIS portion is an additional license through Esri. We also have an agreement with Esri which calls for an additional user to have their own license purchased through them for use. The town of Branford would have to purchase all licensing and hardware for additional users, but it would have to be approved by the licensor, which would be Vision or Esri. Specific other differences, one main one was staffing. Municipal Valuation offered 7 staff members. Since they did not offer office staff, they would take one person from the field to run the office. That would leave 3 data collectors in the field without the depth of experience to do all 13,000 plus parcels. The additional 3 were appraisers, 1 residential and 2 commercial. There is no crew chief, and every data collector does their own data entry. They do not have at this time any additional staff to pull from if necessary to complete the revaluation. I believe the town would have to provide 2 in-house staff members to help them in the field and review their work to complete this revaluation to the town's satisfaction. This would be an additional cost of around $100,000 without overtime. This overtime will be needed to do their present assessor's work, which includes running a parallel grand list in case the revaluation is not completed or postponed for any reason. And I bring that up because we had 2 grand lists where we had a hurricane just before October 1, and then we had another storm right after October 1, which meant we had to go out and review all the parcels again. Vision staffing was as follows: a total of 11 plus, which includes 1 project manager, 1 commercial appraiser, at least 2 commercial data collectors, 1 crew chief, 1 office manager, 3 residential review appraisers, 4 residential data collectors, and any other support that is needed to complete the revaluation. They have other staff they can pull to complete the revaluation if necessary. All personnel are experienced as specified in the RFP. Vision 8 upgrade approximately cost is $20,000. This will be mandatory for the following reason. We currently run a Vision 6.5 on an Oracle server. This support for this server will end in 2020, the year of the revaluation tax bills. We must convert the data to Vision 8, which will run on a SQL server. It is important to be able to convert all data to this program without any problems. Vision has created this system and will be our go-to person to convert the data. Municipal has never worked on this system, and we are a little concerned about the conversion from another vendor, especially when the licensing issue and wondering if an additional cost for this conversion would come into play. If we were going to go to another software vendor, I did go out and look at costs for just converting to another software system, and this would probably be over $100,000, and that would not include the bridge to the taxation system. We are hoping if you choose Vision, there are some specifications we can work with them on for a reducing in pricing. The 2 mentioned in the RFP were scanning, our own staffing would do our scanning, and posting the flyer on the website as opposed to mailing the flyer, just mailing a postcard to inform the public of the information and where to seek it on the website. I have also spoken with almost all of the towns mentioned in both RFPs to get any information that would help the selectmen, town attorney, and the finance director make the right and positive choice for our taxpayers in our town. I have reviewed the OPM website and found that there are 15 municipalities up for revaluation in 2019. 10 of these municipalities are full revaluation, 3 are updates, and 2 are in question. Revaluation is an important statute, which is mandatory for all municipalities. It is important that the town does its best to present to the taxpayers a fair and equitable revaluation with open public information and availability of all staff members. The revaluation company should not only know our town, but should be responsive to our taxpayers in every way. That's my presentation.
So the decision before us is really to choose which proposal we feel is the best, in the best interest of the town.
Correct.
And although there's a difference in price, it sounds from what I'm hearing and from our discussions even, the Vision proposal gives us greater coverage.
Yes.
In terms of staffing levels. And I feel that in turn would give us a better grand list at the end of the day, both in terms of the grand list itself, but to ensure that we're going to meet the deadlines that we need.
And all the bases are covered.
And all the bases are covered. I mean, that is the position in your recommendation as well to accept Vision.
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, knowing the importance of the reval, especially a full reval, and all the reasons why you stated, I'm supportive, and I would put forward that we recommend or approve the proposal from Vision and move forward with Vision. If you have any, I don't know if you have any, or anyone has any questions? No? All right, then, hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 8, reappointments. Board of Police Commissioners, Richard Goodwin, term to expire January 30th, 2020. Peter Hugret, term to expire January 30th, 2021. Anthony LaSala, term to expire January 30th, 2021. I'll put those forward in a form of a motion.
Motion to cover all of those.
Second.
Yes, recommended.
All right. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Appointments. Board of Assessment Appeals, alternate, Jason Driscoll. Put that forward in a form of a motion.
Recommended motion.
Second. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Board of Police Commissioners, John Sasulis to fill a vacancy, term to expire January 30th, 2022. Valerie Weil Wilkins, term to fill a vacancy, term to expire January 30th, 2020. Put those forward in the form of motion.
Motion to approve.
All right, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Daniel Cosgrove Animal Shelter, Lori Van Wilgen to fill a vacancy left by Ann Burke, term to expire September 30th, 2020. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Inland Wetlands Commission, alternate, John Kelly to fill a vacancy left by Eric Rose. He moved up to a full member. Term to expire May 31st, 2020. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Planning and Zoning, alternate, Dave Dyer to fill a vacancy left by Chris Kelly, term to expire October 31st, 2020.
Recommend approval.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Shellfish Commission, Ed Fay to fill a vacancy left by Bob Lilquist, term to expire August 31st, 2018. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Green use, to consider and if appropriate, approve a request from the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce for the use of the town green to hold the Chili Challenge for a cause on April 7th, 2018, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Recommend approval.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
To consider and if appropriate, approve a request from Marion Lovig for the use of the town green to hold the annual National Day of Prayer on Thursday, May 3rd, 2018 at 6:30 p.m. Motion to approve.
Recommend approval.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
To consider and if appropriate, approve a request from the Branford Recreation Department for the use of the town green to hold the annual Summer Jazz Concert Series Thursdays from June 28, 2018 through August 30th, 2018. Rain dates will be July 27th and August 31st. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
To consider and if appropriate, approve a request from Sal Annunziato for the use of the town green to hold the second annual Oh Yeah Music and Arts Festival on Saturday, July 14th, 2018.
Recommend approval.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I don't believe we have any correspondence. There's no, any other business. All right, hearing none, a motion to adjourn.
Recommend approval.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right.
What's that?
The preceding program was brought to you through the support of the Town of Branford. Watch town meetings or other videos on demand at BranfordTV.org.